welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today, I want to talk about ICCM as a pharmaceutical stock. It's up 298% on a day. It was a penny stock before. Now, it went as high as $4.73. Is now tracking around $3.60-70. Now, we're going to find out whether this is still an opportunity or is it done yet, what's happening with the stock from the technical standpoint. And also, I'm going to cover their fundamentals as well, what their income statement is, balance sheet is, what the institutional banks are holding for the stock, and what is the catalyst that broke out that's making the stock to go, that high from 98 cents to $4.73. So we're going to cover that on this channel. It's not going to be financial advice, just the information to help you guys if you're looking into stock. And if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. The objective of the channel is to get you guys information on hot stocks, hot plays, crypto, etc. The catalyst that broke out, it says share rose 158%. That was yesterday, pre-market basically. Trading after the company announced their interim results for the ICCM study for the treatment of patients with a small renal masses who cannot be offered a kidney-preserving surgery. So basically, it's for the kidney. If you have a problem with the kidney and you need to get it replaced, it's like a tumor, for example. They came up with a positive outcome from the medications they're working on, which is causing the stock to go up. Because look, once they do develop that medication and gets it, and they get a contract, and they get an FDA approval and they'll be able to sell it in U.S. There'll be a big gain for the company, which is causing the stock to go up. As far as the fundamentals are concerned, let's take a look. Right, market cap is 150 million. Not a big company, almost like a startup. EPS, earnings per share, is negative because they haven't earned anything that, EPS is negative right now. So basically, it's a pure gambling at this point. On an average, the share that are traded for the stock is about 671,000. But today, they're about 60 million. There are a lot of shares are being traded for the stock. 52-week range is, again, $4.73. Has just happened today. And this is your 50. As I said, it was a penny stock, right? 75 cents, 78 cents, 79 cents. This was the range for the stock, and now it's $4.73. This is the highest, but right now it's trading around $3.69. And we're going to figure out whether it's going to stay there, or it's going to go down, or it's going to go up. What's happening with the stock? As far as the income statement is concerned, again, not a very large company. All the numbers that you see here are by thousand. So if you see a 3,500, that's 3.5 million. And total revenue is 3.5 million. Cost of revenue is about 1.9 million. Gross profit is 1.6 million. Operating expense is 17 million. Operating income is negative 15. So there's a little bit of a negative from the operation standpoint, but overall they are a little bit of profit, making some profit here, 1.6 million. Balance sheet, total assets 32 million. Again, everything is by 1,000. So you see a 32,000. You got to times that with 1,000. So it becomes 32 million. Total liabilities are 5.3 million. Stockholders' equity is 26 million. That's a good thing. That's not a red flag, which means they have enough money to fulfill their obligation if they do go bankrupt. Okay. Cash flow, negative 16 operating. As I said, in the previous income statement as well, the operations is not successful. Again, I think they're mostly working on medication research and development. So this can be understandable. Maybe they don't have a lot of contracts yet where their profit is, there's a lot of cash is flowing. Negative 16 million is their operating cash flow. Investing negative 2.7. Financing 16. This is financing is whatever stocks they're selling, and this is 16 million. Ending cash position, they have about 12 million on hand, which is again a good thing. It's not a red flag. So as far as a standard for a startup company, this looks good. It's not that bad. Institutional holdings are about 0.8%, which is again not a huge number. But institutions are still in there. They're not ignoring it altogether, which is, again, you got to take it as a grain of salt. This data is not as frequently updated, like within 24 hours. There usually is. There's a delay in how they update it. So again, from what's happening today, I'll check back on the stock in a week and see what the holdings are. For now, it's about 18%. So they have their foot in there. It's not like they're ignoring it altogether. Which institutions are the big banks like Morgan Stanley, BlackRock, all the investment big firms, right? Like they have their foot in there. Just want to make sure that they'll be able to capitalize on this when they do boom, like today, for example. As for the analysts from these three firms are thinking this is a strong buy. They think the average price should be around $3 for the stock, which again, this you got to take it as a grain of salt. Not a 100% accurate when it comes to analysis and all that. They are doing analysis what we just did here from the cash flow standpoint, balance sheet standpoint, and income statement standpoint. And I think, again, the stock has a little bit of a momentum left. I'm on a Fibonacci retracement right now. Stock was overbought here. RSI was 93. It started coming down a little bit. But again, as this is still a hot stock and we're still like the market just opened up a few hours ago, and we got a little bit of momentum. And I think it definitely has a potential to go back. And if it crosses this 23.6%, which is $4.30 resistance right here, if it crosses this, it could potentially hit back to $4.73. It came down all the way down to 61.8%, which is $3.62. Now it stayed there for a while. This is where the buyers came in and they pushed the stock up a little bit. Now the sellers are coming in. Some profit taking is happening here, but I still see that, you know, the stock does have a little bit of momentum today. And if you catch it early, if you watch this video, you know, I think their stock's still going to fluctuate between $4.30 and $3.62. I think it's going to fluctuate between that. And I think this is where the bread and butter is. Again, not a financial advice, but if you're looking at the stock, this would be a good opportunity to play it, you know, within that price range. As I said, like from 61.8%, which is $3.62 to $4.30. The stock is going back and up, back and forth. So basically, this is a good momentum here. Again, as far as the long term is concerned, I would definitely watch the stock. I'm not going to purchase any long term stock. This to me right now is a trade because the EPS is negative. I just want the company to be profitable a little bit before I invest in it. But this is definitely a trade. And the way this is happening, as you see, went up and came down. Now it started going back up and now coming down again. So there is a little bit of a momentum here that you could play on. But definitely take a look at the stock. I'm going to put this video up as soon as possible for you guys. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, do give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.